wet. Diamond chain, wet. Wrist and neck is wet. Wrist and neck is wet. Wet like a super soaker. You already know, I know. Wrist, my neck is wet. My wrist, my neck, always wet. Every time. 2 chains on my neck, wrist. Diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my wrist, they shining. I'm wildin', don't got no time to play with this. I'm wildin', no time to stop. Get that money, cash flow like yo. I'm wet. I'm wet like a super soaker. I'm wet like super soaker, like superhuman floater. Not a floaty, they know me. Shawty wanna float on my body. I'm Kali, I'm Wally, like Khalifa flow. Yeah, wet. My wrist and neck is wet. My wrist, my neck, always wet. Yeah, stay in. Pool party on me, that's for sure. Drinks on me, first round on me, and I know you getting drunk. That's why I stay in the front, and I'm never going back on top. I'm always on the top. My wrist, my neck, always wet. 2 chains on me, diamonds on my wrist, on my neck, like shining. Wet. My wrist and neck is wet. My wrist and neck is wet. My wrist and neck is always wet. My wrist, my neck, always wet. 2 chain on my neck, 1 on my wrist. Wet. Shall I use my float on my body? I'm naughty, ay. Diamonds on my wrist, on my neck, they shining. I'm wildin', no touch. Get this paper, I'm paid. They got that flow. Got the flow.